Well, I appreciate you guys coming out this afternoon. If you don't mind, just take a quick minute and introduce yourselves to us.
All right, I'm Caitlin,
Okay.
and these are my 2 daughters. And I have 4 kids in preschool, elementary, and middle school.
Okay. Here in the St. Vrain district?
Yeah, St.
Okay,
Vrain.
perfect. What was your experience in the district prior to the COVID restrictions?
We loved it. We moved schools this last year, just within the district, and couldn't be happier. Kids flourished. We had some speech therapy going on and some gifted and talented going on, and lots of like extracurricular, robotics, choir. I don't know, we just loved everything about school, and my kids had lots of friends and loved all their teachers and administrators.
What was your experience with the teachers and administrators before everything happened?
They knew my kids really well. They all adored my kids, knew their personalities. Teacher conferences, I felt like they knew who my kid was, like as well as I do. Principals, vice principals knew everybody's names. So they would see them walking, from the car, being dropped off into school. They'd say, "Hi, good morning," and specific names to everybody, which warmed my heart. Yeah, just being known was really cool.
What about you guys? How did you guys feel about your teachers and school?
Well, I love school, and my best friends are always in my classes, and
Okay.
Well, I love about school is that my teacher's so nice. Even one of my best friends is in my class. Her name is Charlie.
That's very nice. The spring was pretty intense for everybody, and I think everybody was just trying to make the most of it. Coming towards the end of summer, what were you looking for in your choice? Were you looking at homeschooling, or were you looking to go back into the classroom?
I think because we had such a positive experience with our neighborhood public school, we definitely wanted to stay with that. And so we were considering, the launch ed route versus the school's online option. At first it was hybrid, right? And then online option. And so we decided on the online mainly because we wanted them to have the option to go back, if we had the chance to go back.
Okay, so you were looking at getting back into the classroom, and chose the non-mandatory online option.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah,
we weighed our options because we actually have an immune compromised person in our house, and so we were being very, very careful with COVID stuff. We have cute kiddos around, and but even with that in mind, knowing all of the safety measures, we still wanted our kids to go back to school. So
okay.
Yeah.
Now that they've been in this online option for a few weeks, how's the experience been so far?
Well, I feel like I have 4 very different kids.
Okay.
So I see the spectrum. I have one that's doing well in middle school, and it's very, very hard to keep up, but thankfully her executive functioning is really high, and she's very organized, and she can do it. So and but I feel for those who aren't as organized, and it's a lot to do and keep track of. And Fridays are crazy. I was thinking about emailing the principal. She has to complete whole assignments on Friday for 8 different classes. So if you allow 30 minutes to an hour per assignment, it's really the entire day. She doesn't even really take a lunch break. And she's so stressed because she has to turn in the assignment to get attendance. So if she doesn't turn in the assignment before 3, she's counted absent. So it's a very stressful day. It's actually the worst day of the week for her.
Okay.
So that's our middle school perspective. And then elementary, I have 2 very different elementary kids. One, she's very bubbly and social, and she's missing that so much. So every time she submits an assignment, like, okay, do this math sheet and upload it, she presses record and talks to the teacher for like 2 minutes every time she submits an assignment. She does it for her specials, for everything, and I just feel that longing to connect with the teacher one-on-one, and she's not really getting that, so she's doing it via like recording her voice, and then she checks right away, did the teacher, you know, like my submission and all that. And then my other elementary school child is really struggling. He's gifted and talented in reading and math, struggles with executive functioning, really needs the social aspect. Friends are very important to him. And he doesn't have the intrinsic motivation to just turn in work for a good grade, right? He wants to be interested, he wants to be engaged, he wants it to make a difference. So he essentially says, I don't want to do school 100 times a day. I have to pull him out of bed and force him into WebEx meetings, and it's been brutal. So
If you could say something to either the governor or superintendent of the St. Vrain district, what would you want to tell them right now?
I would say that I was okay with this as a short-term solution, but long-term, especially seeing how my 4th grade son is doing. He's a bright kid, and he wants to invent the next big invention. Like, he wants to be Bill Gates. He wants to do coding and robotics, and he reads everything, and he writes fiction, and I don't know. It's really, really fun to see how this kid likes to learn, and he hates school right now. And I'm wondering if this online thing continues, how, you know, if Bill Gates or these other big people back then, how would they have turned out if they wouldn't have actually had school to pull them along? Because I see my son's future and the potential that he has, and it just makes me so sad because he's literally not doing any assignments and not wanting to go to any WebEx meetings. So I don't know what that makes his high school look like or his college experience look like, or, you know, it's...
Yeah, it can compound.
It's very scary, yeah.
And what would you girls want to say to your teachers? Do you have any messages to let them know that you miss them or anything like that?
Well, I was really looking forward to lockers in middle school, and
No
I can't
lockers.
do that.
Would you like to say anything to your teacher?
I miss her.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.